smoked bacon wrapped pork tenderloins. First, you're going to lather your tenderloins with mustard. This mustard is not going to give a mustard flavor. It is a binding agent to all of your rubs. I love mixing Myron Mixins hickory salt. I put it to everything that I smoke. Add a little rub, any rub. I was using seafood jambalaya rub, but it doesn't matter. You could use any type of rub that you want. I just wanted to incorporate it all over. Really, the seasonings that I was really going for the most part, is the next one, is that garlic herb that I was just adding on the top. So I'm adding layers of different rubs and seasoning to my meat. So you're going to coat it fully, going to get it patted down, making sure that you've got all of your meat coated. Next, I'm going to be wrapping it with bacon. This is very tedious, but once you got on a roll, it was fine. I bought this bulk package at Sam's Club. It was 10 pounds for $20. I use bacon frequently, so I knew I was going to be making this recipe. So I just wanted to make sure I had an ample amount. I think if you were just to use a 2-part pork tenderloin, you could get away with 1 pound package of bacon. But since I was making pork tenderloin for the week, I knew I would want to make sure I had enough. Continuing wrapping, bacon wrapping. I really enjoy once it gets to the summertime and start using our smoker a lot more often. It's one of my favorite things about spring and the summertime. It just gives all of your food such a delicious flavor. And I love just trying different meats on the smoker and seeing things that I can kind of create, whether it be flavor incorporations, glazes, sauces, seasonings, rubs. So you're going to put it in your smoker. You're going to put it at 225. You're going to add some wood chips in there. We have the apple ones. I have the big chunks and the smaller chunks. You're going to soak those ahead of time. Add a little apple cider vinegar and some water just to keep it humidified in there. Give that smoky flavor. Check on it frequently, but not so frequently that you lose your temperature. Periodically come in there and check your temperature of your meat. FYI, I had it on Celsius. I don't know why, but anyways, that's fine. So you're going to want your internal temperature at 145 degrees for pork. So we're not there yet, but it's looking delicious. And it smells fabulous. Here I'm preparing the glaze. I have a separate video on this one. So if you want the specific recipe details, it's in the other video. I was just looking for something to put over the pork, and I didn't want to do a barbecue sauce. I'm like, well, let's try something different. What do I have? Of course, any sort of barbecue, you're going to pull out that brown sugar base. So I brought that out, bought the mustard, but I'm like, yeah, I don't want to add a tomato. So, but I do want some heat. So I threw in the sriracha for the heat, and I saw that I had some hard cider, and I'm like, this might be good. It goes well with the pork. And then as I was going into it and adding the sriracha, I'm like, how would a ginger and garlic add to this? As I was incorporating it all together, oh my God, the flavors were perfect. Heat, sweetness, some spice. Oh, it was great. Couldn't wait to put it all over that pork. So here I'm just adding everything in, just showing you how to make this glaze. Very simple, probably most things you have in the house. Especially if you're doing keto, you're going to have those brown sugar and the sugar. But you use regular brown sugar and regular sugar. But I'm trying to stay in the keto diet, so this works. All right. And the much as the hard ale as I used was probably not that bad. Here I am glazing the pork. Getting it all saturated. Nice little gloss on them. Smoking is one of my favorite things to do. If I could do it every weekend, I would. Stay tuned to watch other recipes I have for smoking. We like to smoke turkeys. We like to smoke sausages. We like to smoke other meat. I have another video on here for smoking meatloaf. It's just great to smoke. Gives your food a lot of flavor. I didn't use all this glaze on the pork at this time. This was just my initial coating of it. The remainder of I saved at the end. I figured I would add it over the meat once it was done, in hopes that I didn't overcook it or over smoke it and became a little dry. I figured at that point I could add the little glaze on it and it would soften it up, but it came out perfectly moist. So it goes back in, trying not to burn myself, until it gets to our temperature that we need. There's a little fumbling of the smoker. Finally getting it back on Fahrenheit. And cooking a little longer, but that's all right. It made it very tender. Here I am putting them on a platter that I washed from earlier. As you can see, some of the bacon came off. But, the smell, the smoke, when you cut it open, you had smoke rings. And then I'm just going to use that remainder of that glaze on the pork tenderloin. I hope you all enjoyed this video and enjoy cooking as much as I do. Please come back and see my other videos. And come back and see some more that I'm going to put on. Enjoy. Thank you so much.